Did you know that the lines on your palms hold incredible secrets about health, wealth, and your future destiny? In today's video, we will explore a special hand, one that carries powerful energy, healing abilities, and signs of a fulfilled and long life. If you love knowledge about palmistry, spirituality, and the hidden values within your hands, don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss any of the latest videos. When I received this hand and combined it with your information, I realized this is one of the oldest hands I've ever read. I can only wish you great health and a truly fulfilling life. On this hand, even at 78 years old, the color of the palm is still very good. Some areas of the palm remain rosy, and the mounts on the hand at this age are still prominent, which indicates your health is excellent. You are a person of intelligence, especially mental clarity, without issues related to the brain. At this age, you are still capable of doing many things and are a truly multi-talented individual. Your youth was definitely marked by a bold and adventurous spirit. This hand shows an extroverted tendency, a love for travel, and a desire for leadership. Your personality is strong, and perhaps since childhood, you have been a little stubborn and headstrong. As an adult, you have always shown a strong ego, wanting to lead, control, and assert yourself. Therefore, the most suitable path for this hand is working independently, engaging in business, investing, or being your own boss. This would be an extremely fitting direction for you. On this hand, there is a very special sign. You possess the triple palm. The headline is very long, and the lifeline does not join at the beginning, but separates. This is the sign of a triple palm. People with this type of hand often have a strong natural ability to lead and rarely want to follow others' advice. In addition, there is also a very long career line on this hand. If placed in the right field involving communication and speaking, it would be a perfect fit. You also have a long Mercury line, representing someone with leadership qualities, the ability to convey value through words, and someone who can easily win others over with speech. For this reason, with palm lines like these, you are extremely well suited for business. In fact, if placed in the right position, you could easily become a guide, mentor, trainer, teacher, or engage in professions related to imparting knowledge. On the hand, the thumb is very long, combined with a phoenix eye pattern on the thumb, showing you are a person with strong willpower and determination. The headline is long, clear, and unbroken, which reflects a perfectionist and practical personality. You are not someone who dreams unrealistically or overthinks impractical matters. These are all signs of a person with natural leadership qualities. However, those were times in the past. Now, as you approach 80 years old, the most important thing to pay attention to is your later years, especially your health. At the beginning of the lifeline, there is an oval shape, indicating that you have gone through a period of illness and may even have undergone surgery, such as having a tumor or other issues requiring surgical intervention. Moreover, in this area of the lifeline, there is also a triangle, further confirming that you have had surgery. Very fortunately, on the hand, there are many parallel lifelines and long virtuous influence lines. These are signs that you are receiving protection and blessings from spiritual forces, possibly ancestors or deities who have supported you. With these signs, your longevity will be very high, and there is no need to worry too much. In addition, in the middle of the palm, there is also a triangle, which is another sign of a person with good fortune and abundant blessings in later life. This triangle is called the triangle of blessings and virtue, often appearing in people who live long lives. In your youth, you may have experienced many storms, difficulties, and hardships, but the older you get, the more prosperity you will have. On this hand, there is a special sign known as the triple palm. People who possess the triple palm shape often have an adventurous youth. They may travel to many places, do various jobs, and even experience numerous failures and challenges. However, life's failures almost never bring them down. Thanks to their strong will and determination, they tend to overcome every obstacle very well. On this hand, the heart line is quite long and curves upward, even with a branch running parallel to it. This is a sign of someone who, in their youth, was quite charming and attractive, having many opportunities and good fortune to receive support and assistance from the opposite sex. In addition, there is a line curving downward from the heart line. This line represents someone with a natural ability to take responsibility. If they are in a position of leadership, they will surely be a caring and visionary leader who always thinks of their employees and subordinates. Within the family, they will be a filial child, always thinking of their parents. For their children and grandchildren, they are attentive and provide warmth and prosperity for their family. This is one of the signs of a person who supports their spouse and benefits their descendants, always considering the happiness and well-being of their family. In the area of the Mercury Mount, there are many vertical lines of wealth. This indicates that in their youth, they earned a lot of money or had multiple sources of income. These lines also represent that this person has many children and grandchildren, at least 3 or more. These are very positive signs regarding family and later life. Additionally, the fingers, especially the thumb and index finger, are very straight, showing that they receive support, assistance, and love from their family. Even from a young age, they were supported greatly by their parents, and later in life, they continue to receive care and attention from their children and grandchildren. On this hand, combined with perfectly straight little fingers, it further reflects that you are someone who receives much help, especially in later years. The fate line on the hand is very long, which indicates that you are a perfectionist, independent, and dislike relying on others. From a young age, you set long-term goals for yourself and had strong determination to achieve them. However, there is also a sign on this hand that needs attention, the triple palm, combined with a very long headline, which even extends beyond the hand. This shows that in your youth, you were prone to making poor decisions. At times, you lacked the ability to listen to advice from others, leading to risky moves and potentially experiencing significant failures. These very experiences, however, forced you to reflect and reevaluate yourself, like a period of awakening. Before the age of 30, your life was quite free, and you engaged in many freelance jobs. From 30 to around 40 years old was the period when you focused more on family and career, and you also had opportunities to advance your status. The best money-making phase for this hand falls between 40 and 50 years old. This is the most favorable period for financial accumulation. After 50 years old, you begin thinking about rest and tend to live a life oriented towards spirituality and beliefs. People who possess the triple palm, combined with a phoenix eye pattern on the thumb, are often those who deeply believe in karma and spiritual matters, especially after experiencing major life events. During this stage, you may become very devoted, possibly attending church or participating in spiritual activities. At the same time, you also have the ability to reflect and deeply examine yourself. This hand carries a very high sense of enlightenment. Because of this, you may possess healing abilities and have the potential to become a teacher, doctor, or a guide who helps heal others' souls. You might even have the destiny of becoming a master, and here, being a master is not limited to education, but also includes work related to spirituality. This hand radiates a great deal of good energy, positive energy that can spread and inspire those around you. With such a hand shape, your later years will certainly be very fulfilling. You will receive thoughtful care and support from your family and future generations. In terms of wealth, this hand indicates a comfortable life with savings and assets. Even your current work shows potential for further development, providing a stable source of income so you won't have to worry too much about your later years. This is one of the hands that indicate a very long lifespan. Determining the exact longevity is difficult, but this year you are already 78 years old, and by combining the factors on your hand, from the clearly defined wrist bracelet lines, the wide and long lifeline, to the many virtuous influence lines and parallel lifelines, I can affirm that your lifespan is at least 90 years or more. This is a hand that embodies both blessings and good health in later life. In addition, there are age spots appearing on the hand, a common sign in people with long lifespans. At this age, it is best for you to focus on taking care of your health, maintaining positive thoughts, and not worrying too much, but instead enjoying happy moments with your children and grandchildren. That is truly one of the greatest blessings. The support and love from your descendants is also proof of the deep virtue and blessings you possess. As you watch this video, I would like to send you my best wishes. May you continue to reap more joy and fulfillment in life and always be surrounded by love from everyone. Once again, thank you, and I wish you much success.